What up, YouTube? Daniel4619 coming here, uh, going over a recap of the Chantilly show. So, got my Swiss cheese grilled cheese. So, anyway, this show, it didn't, it was a great show. Um, it didn't go over like I thought it would, but very good outcome. Um, so, anyway, I go in there. I was gonna pick up a few cards from my 1960 set and get a couple modern cards, maybe another Bo Bichette or something like that. I don't know. Um, get a Ryan Mountcastle card or something. Um, yeah, that didn't happen. So, I was looking at all the modern, ultra modern stuff, and I was like, I'm gonna walk the whole show, and I know I'm gonna forget something in here. But then if I comment something I forgot, then the people that already watched the video won't get that comment or something I missed. But anyway, so out of the whole arena, about 60% or more, yeah, at least, yeah, 60% or more was autographs, and there was like Alvin Kamara there, Adrian Peterson, probably a lot of other huge names, but I wasn't even there for that. But that took up 60% of the whole arena. So the other 40% is cards and stuff. So out of all the cards, I would like to say it was 30, maybe 40% vintage. And then um, the other 60, 70% ultra modern. It was definitely it was more ultra modern than it was vintage. There was a few like 90s cards there, which is kind of rare to see. You don't really see that too much. But anyway, so a couple things is there was a Dan Marino on-card autograph that I liked. The guy had extra premium on it because it was numbered. It was his number 13. It was his serial number, and it was the same as his jersey number. I don't know. I don't. That doesn't bring a premium to me or something. I just don't go. I don't know. Just I understand it, but whatever. I was just like, yeah, I don't pay more because the serial numbers, the players' jersey number. There was this awesome Alec Bohm card, and it had Phillies patch. Like, it was absolutely sick. And the dealer was actually like, seriously, he was probably born with like missing a chromosome or something. You could hear it in his speech that he something wasn't right when he was born. A mental handicap, and he didn't have any. I don't think he had any prices like stickered on there. And I go, how much is that? And he said 150. And for what it was, I was like, it was priced at to sell, but he wasn't. If I was him, I wouldn't negotiate anything. I'd stick to that. But I didn't buy it. I saw that card actually after I spent all my cash. I went there. I went on a budget. I stuck with budget. Can you believe it? It's a miracle. Um, and that actually worked in my favor. I'm going to get to that. So as I'm walking around, I covered about 70% of the tables, 75% of the tables, and I hit this one table, and it had like almost all the commons, and of the 1960, and they had chairs there. So I sat down with this binder. The guy had a big old binder. They're all in numeric order, and in the sleeve, in the regular 9-page sleeve, you'll go there, and I'll go, okay, 496. Well, there's like 5 of these cards in one pocket of the 9 card page of the binder. So every page you're flipping over, it's not just 9 cards, it's like there's duplicates, and you just pick out whatever the best one. So what I've been doing with my set is the commons, you've seen them, they're in the worst case, and I mean, forget poor, forget fair, they're just terrible condition, right? And I got some of those cards for 35 cents. 35 cents for them. And I wasn't trying to get some, near mint collection or whatever. Well, this guy, so while those were 35 cents, 40 cents, 50 cents each, this guy was selling $3 each for a common, but man, they were sharp. I mean, these corners will cut you. They will cut you. Yeah, so let me see. Bill is a golfer between seasons. I'll just read some of them. But yeah, I picked these up. These are, not all of them are high numbered, but Casey's dad is a Brave Scout. But man, these were sharp. Look at that. Look at the centering. I already spent, and I sat there for like an hour and a half. When I got there, I only had 4 hours till the card show closed. So this one says Ray is particularly effective against the Reds and Pirates. Philippe Alou. I had a baseball video game that said Alou, like you could be him. So anyway, I sat there for an hour and a half, got a lot of the commons I need and high numbered. So that was cool. So then there was, I'll get to that card. Before it was kind of weird. It was Danny hobby is trapping in the off season. So it shows him, I don't know if he trapped bears or whatever, but trapping. So anyway, that same dealer that had all that, this is one of the vintage cards I wanted. It has a crease here. You won't see it, but really nice. This is one of the vintage cards that I wanted, and I had to put it in a case because they had it in but I showed a picture of this. You could pause it in the previous. That's the best back of a card, rear of a card you will ever see in your life. Look at all that. Just amazing. So you look it up on eBay, number 250. Just read all that. It's, man, amazing. So yeah, got my Ted Williams. There's a few vintage cards I want. That was one of them. This whole thing just went 1960s and a little bit of in that one vintage card. So these are the high numbers. So okay. This guy, let's see, I went to this other dealer and he had sort of the same thing going on, but they were in like 3-row boxes. I can't believe I bought this thing, but I might upgrade it. I don't know, I might not, but this thing, somebody just put this out in the sun. I mean, That color is faded like somebody had to really work to get it that bad. But anyway, Frank Robinson off center. Um, but hey, need it for the set. What I was thinking of doing is like some of the bigger cards. Well, that was sort of one of the stars. I was going to get them in better condition, and actually, that's a lot. This is a lot better condition than those commons. So, and have them pop out like the main stars kind of pop out. I was going to throw all of them in the binder, but some of the grades I'm getting for some of these guys, like the Yaz that's coming in, the Clemente, I'm putting that in a top loader. I just can't bring myself, as good as condition as they are, to just throw it in the binder. But let's see, nothing. Okay, so we're almost. So then I got to Bob's brother is on the Washington Senators. I got to meet up with Derek and Jason. Jason was my Secret Santa last year, and I saw him there. And like this one, look at this thing. Do you trust this flimsy? Look at that flimsy. You know, these card savers. But yeah, I'm putting that in a top loader. I can't throw this thing in the binder. So got to meet up with Jason and Derek. That was so awesome. Like, I didn't plan it, and that's what even made it, I guess, more awesome. Like, we didn't know each other was going to be there. Met up with them. I mean, the cards are great, but the community, that's what made the show. I mean, it was great, you know, filling these spots off, checking my boxes off for the set I'm doing, but talking with them. Oh man, I know I'm forgetting something. It was real cool. And by the when I got to their booth, I went through my cash, and I wasn't gonna go to the ATM or do anything like that. Now, the deal I got off this other guy, it's a PSA 4 Mickey Mantle, right? So his neck, something, I don't know, something's going on with his neck, missing, you know, ink there or something. So we'll just call it, I got the Mickey Mantle with the messed up neck. But anyway, so yeah, got the big Mick. So I had, you seen in a previous video, a 1963 Mickey Mantle PSA 4. Well, I only had $130 in my pocket left, and that was it. And so I saw this, and I was like, man. And I was told him I'm doing the set. I was like, look, I got this 1963. I'll trade you. How low am I? And he said, we were doing comps and looking, and he was looking at the other card, my card. He goes, yeah, this is a nice 4 for a 63. And he was like $200 cash. And I'm like, look, this is all I got, 130. And I was like, I guess I'm gonna have to go look for a 3, PSA 3 or something. And then way down at the end where I didn't look, there was one last section I didn't look. There was actually a raw one of these that I'm pretty sure I could have got for a cheaper price. And he was just like, all right, give me your money. So he took it, and I was like, all right, I guess there was too much trading, or he needed cash or something. But man, to take he was doing, it was more than reasonable with the 200, but to take a $70 loss just to get cash in your pocket, whew. But Yeah, I mean, man, when cash is king, some of them. There was this one guy there when I first walked in that had all these vintage cards. He was off his rocker. He had a SGC 2.5, and he was like, "Give me your PSA 4 1966 Mickey Mantle and $600." I'm like, in my head, I was like, those 2.5s were going for $350, $400 alone on eBay. You're talking about give you a PSA 4 1966 Mantle, and I'm $600 short. I mean, and he goes, "Man, this is a terrible show. Not selling anything." And his stuff was stupid high. It's like, dude, I don't know where you're getting your price. I didn't. He was an old guy from Jersey or New York or something. Um, yeah, and then I showed in that previous one that Mickey Mantle with the white letters. I thought that guy was crazy, but then I didn't remember. I forgot that the white letters, and they're impossible to find. But yeah, there was a lot of cool stuff in the previous video. It was Robert Clemente slab baseball. Now, when I walked in there, there was the Pelican cases. They had 2 or 3 camera crews, and I just got a feeling in my soul. I'm sorry to say this, guys, but for some of y'all, I know this is going to break your heart, but I don't see them going anywhere. I think right now, since there was the decline where it was harder for those flippers to flip, I think the ones that are left are here to stay. They were throwing up their Pelican cases right on the show table, and come on, buy something. You buying, and they put these gigantic Pelican cases. At the end of the show, this kid was holding onto this Pelican case, and he was like, "Oh, my arm," and it was so heavy. It was like, a 50-pound, 60-pound Pelican case. He's like, and they're like, "You can do it," and he's carrying it around, 15 years old or whatever he was. But the only time it didn't irk me, but there was these 60 cards, 1960 cards in the showcase, and the guy put his Pelican case right down on there. So it's fine, you're dealing with him, you want to sell your cards, but it's like, and I was kind of looking under the the Pelican case, trying to look at those 1960. I think I could see some. Is that what I think? He's just sitting there with his gigantic Pelican case. And then at the end, this guy, I don't know, he seemed like he was hurting for money or something. He whips out his Pelican case. He said, "Come on, man. Come on, you gotta buy something from me." And he opens it up. "Come on, do something. Come on." And then another one of the guys goes, he whips it out and he goes, "Yeah," the dealer behind the table with the tag and all that was like, I'll trade with you." And then he goes, "Okay, yeah, the guy goes, the flipper was like, "I want that $400 card, and I'll get you $400 comps on my cards." And the guy goes, "No, I have to. I'm the dealer here. I paid for this table." He goes, "I have to be on the upper hand." He goes, "Why would I trade? That's like me trading you $100 for $100." He goes, "It makes no sense. Like, why would I do that?" And then the guy looked at him like he was weird. And it's like, yeah, the dealer has to get kind of the upper hand here. Um, anyway, yeah, so great card show. Got to meet Jason and Derek, talked to them for a while. Um, yeah, got the best back of a card. Bam. And got the Mantle for the set. Got the McCovey for the set. Bam. And then got all those, so knocked it all out and got to see the community. So yeah, man, it was good stuff. So that'll do it. 20-minute video. Um, Man, I'll never see that Alec Bohm card again. That guy had it. Anyway, uh, I don't know. On a side note, there was a lot of discussion on because I'm Carlos. Is it the dealers? Is it the buyer's responsibility to tell the dealer that they're selling their card too low? If a dealer's like, "Here, you could buy this card for $5," and it's really now booked for 150, are you in the wrong for buying it for 500? Well, I will say this. I guess every scenario is different or whatever. That kid, that guy that was mentally handicapped, that was a dealer. If somebody took advantage of him, how could they ever look themselves in the eye? Like, I think, I don't know. It's kind of weird because it's like, while he seemed handicapped,